Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Courtney Ryan, and today we're doing another Courtney's advice type of video here. I had you guys submit your scenarios, questions, general advice that you'd like from me on my Instagram account. So if you don't follow me there, be sure to follow me at Courtney Christine Ryan to participate in future videos. So we're gonna hear some very juicy questions and scenarios today that I feel like will actually resonate with a lot of you. So let's get started. My first submission today says, "Hi Courtney, love your work. You're clear, concise, and straightforward and to the point when need be." Thank you. I have a question for your next video. Is it wise to give a ghoster a chance to get back into your life when she reappears, especially if she comes back after a lot of time has passed? Just to give you some background, she flaked on a date over a year ago, claiming to be bedridden sick. And as the universe would have it, I bumped into her at the mall a few hours later while she was with her girlfriend on the other side of town. I had gone to pick up something for my sister. I had some free time as my schedule had just opened up. It was the most random thing in the world and we were both shocked. It was just so embarrassing and awkward. Yeah, I can imagine. Not gonna lie, I was super hurt, but I didn't get upset. I just stopped talking to her, unfollowed her on social media, and removed her as a follower. Acted like I was cool, but I felt betrayed and hurt. Okay, well, it was the right move. Deleting her number, unfollowing her. That's like the best thing that you can do when someone ghosts you. Just goodbye. Lo and behold, all this time later, 15 months, she reappears better than Aladdin and apologizes for her behavior. Shamelessly, every one of my friends says leave her alone and don't let her back in. But I'm curious what your opinion is, and I'm sure a lot of guys have been in this situation as well. Thanks in advance. Yeah, I get a lot of submissions like this one, which is why I wanted to address it. Of course, maybe the story isn't as polarizing as yours, but nonetheless, you know, the end result is kind of the same. So it's, do I allow someone back into my life who ghosted me? And I would say 99% of the time, the answer is no. In your situation, I think at least she apologized. That's a redeeming quality. She addressed it. She apologized. I think that's, you know, a good sign. However, keep in mind that she lied to you. She quite frankly messed up, and I don't think that's the right way to handle not wanting to hang out with someone. Someone should be able to be mature and be direct and open with you if they aren't feeling it with you or don't want to hang out with you, not lie and say she's bedridden and then you run into her at the mall. Like, that is crazy. And second chances are okay. Normally I would say if someone, you know, flakes on you, it's okay to give them another chance, have grace, understand that things come up, life happens. But the fact that she lied so blatantly makes me think like, okay, is she a compulsive liar? Is she going to lie in the future? If she doesn't want to do something, is she able to be open and honest or have a conversation with me? Like, those are things that I would consider if I were you. And she can't just expect you to roll out the red carpet for her when she makes her big grand entrance a year later, even though, you know, she's the one that ghosted you. So if I were you, I would not bend over backwards for her. I would not, you know, break your back trying to hang out with her or trying to make things happen. The ball is kind of in her court, and it's up to you whether or not you want to give her a second chance. So again, that's totally up to you. Most of the time I would advise against it, you know, just given what she's already done to you. But again, the fact that she addressed it and apologized is a good redeeming factor to consider. But the choice is yours to make, and no one can make it but you. If I was in your situation, I probably would not give another chance, especially because so much time has passed and it's like, okay, why is she coming back now? I also feel like I would need a little more context. Was this your first date that you were supposed to meet up for, or had you guys seen each other a couple times already and she did this after already knowing you and meeting you? If that's the case, do not give her another chance. But if you guys never even had a first date, it might make things a little bit different. So I feel like I would need a little bit more context there on like the timeline. But yeah, it's your decision to make, unfortunately. Good luck, and let me know what you end up doing. All right, the next one here is from Joe. He says, me and this girl were getting to know each other, developed feelings, told her, gave her more time to see how she feels. She ends up doing something sexual with someone during Halloween, which isn't wrong because we aren't dating, but it hurt because she was aware of how I felt. And now the feelings are reciprocated, but I don't know what to do. Do I look stupid putting it aside and moving forward? Okay, a lot to unpack here. Number one, I would say the fact that she knew how you felt about her and was supposed to be using that time to, you know, kind of figure out how she felt about you, and instead of just focusing on that, she went and slept with someone else or did something sexual, you're saying, with someone else, is kind of a big red flag that if I were you would concern me a little bit. Of course, you're right. You weren't dating. So the fact that she did something with someone else isn't like she cheated on you necessarily. It's not, to that extent, but it's still a little bit concerning, like I mentioned before, because she knew exactly how you felt about her. If you poured your heart out to her and told her you really liked her and you thought that maybe she was coming around to that point too, and then she went and slept with someone else, like that's kind of like a slap in the face, so I understand why you're upset. And I also want to know why all of a sudden now the feelings are reciprocated. Like, did it take her sleeping or being sexual with someone else to realize that she had feelings for you? That would also be a red flag to me as well. Like, did you just want to keep your options open and sleep with other people before committing to me? Do you have commitment issues? Those are things that I would think about. I think as a culture, we have made it way too common and normal to be like talking to someone in a pretty serious way and still be sleeping with other people. Like, I think it's important to make your intentions very clear and make sure that you're both on the same page so that that doesn't happen, because it is hurtful. And I know, hookup culture kind of just keeps promoting this, but I think that a lot of people are realizing like how much it sucks and how much they don't want to be in a situation like that. And I think people often lie to themselves and think they're okay with that because, our culture is constantly perpetuating this behavior. So decide if that's something you're okay with. If you're not, you most certainly don't have to be. It's totally up to you. But again, just keep those things in mind that I mentioned. Again, it's your choice to make. No one can make the choice except for you. Do I think you look stupid putting it aside and moving forward? No, you don't look stupid because of something that someone else did. And if you're choosing to, move forward and put it past you, that's your business. I would also love to know how you found out about this. Was she honest with you and told you about it? Did you find out from someone else and she only, was honest about it because she got caught? Or like what the situation was that went down there? Because I think that tells you a lot about it. And again, what did it take to her to get to the point of finally realizing that she liked you? Because it sounds like she was just trying to see if she could find something better and then she couldn't, so she just settled for you or ended up with you. That's what it sounds like from what you wrote. I could be totally wrong. But yeah, I feel like I would need a little bit more context about that, but good luck. All right, the next one here is from Joe, and it says, I began dating someone who was recently divorced and had recovered from severe medical issues within the last 2 years. We dated for a few months. Things were going slow but very well. There was a building emotional connection and physical attraction, but I may have moved too fast, and she said she can't work on building a relationship right now, but can tell I want something serious. After 2 years, yeah, you would think it's serious. But she values the connection and friendship we have developed and doesn't want it to change. Obviously, I respect this and I'm not going to push anything. My question would be, if I have feelings and chemistry for this person and I believe she truly feels it for me, should I distance myself from her? If she truly felt it for you, her actions would match that. But the fact that she's kind of pulling back and just wants to be your friend, or give her space and time while still being close. This doesn't have to apply to my situation. How should a man handle this type of thing? Based on the amount of chemistry we had, I don't think I'm in the friend zone. But if I stay close with her, I can only imagine my feelings will increase. Well, if she told you she doesn't want anything serious and she's pulling back, she's putting you in the friend zone. Because you're clearly ready for something serious. You want a serious, committed relationship, and she's not ready to give you that. So don't settle for something just because it's what she wants, because it's clearly not what you want. And if continuing to be close with her or be, good friends with her or whatever this situationship thing you've got going on is going to make your feelings increase for her and it's only going to make things harder for you, know that about yourself. And if you're not okay with that, then I think you really have to remove yourself. It's great that you have chemistry. It's great that things were going very well, but clearly there was a shift and something changed and it's not going that way anymore, right? You can either A, wait around and see if she decides that she wants something serious with you, which I would highly advise against, or remove yourself. Because if you stay close with her, you're just going to develop stronger feelings and it's going to make it a heck of a lot harder for you if you stick around for another year and then she decides she doesn't want to be with you or doesn't see anything serious with you. Okay, you dated for a few months and then she decided she didn't want a relationship right now, but she could tell that you want something serious. So clearly you're not on the same page, right? So the most important thing, I think step number 1 would be figuring out if you guys are on the same page or if you're not. And if you're not, you have to do what's best for you. You can't just sit around and wait for someone to decide that they want to be with you. And of course, she's recently divorced, recovering from medical issues. Like, I'm sure she has a lot going on too, but you can't just put your life on hold because you're waiting around for someone else. So keep that in mind. And the whole give her space and time thing to decide if she wants to be with you, like, my thoughts are that if someone wants to be with you, they will be with you, and you won't have to sit around and wait for it. That's just a waste of your time, and you could be missing out on so many other amazing opportunities and people because you're waiting for this girl who doesn't even know if she likes you or wants to build on anything serious with you. So I would strongly advise you to consider that and approach this from a very logical perspective and not so much thinking about, well, we had great chemistry and get so emotional about it. Really look at this one logically, and I think you'll see your answer. Okay, the last one here is from Jacob. He says, if you've been dating this lady online long distance, it's already bad, and you do not know her very well, and she asks you to buy her a gift card, is it wrong or right? Wrong. Red flag, wrong. If you barely know someone, you're online dating, and they ask you to buy them a gift card or a gift or anything, you're either being scammed or this girl is a gold digger and is just going to take you for a ride. Not in a good way. It's going to be a disaster. I see so many men every day in my comments get scammed and catfished and taken advantage of. Every single day or every other day. I'm not being dramatic. I really wish that I was. So be very careful with dating women online from another country or dating women online in general that you've never met. They won't call you or FaceTime you. They'll only text you, but they ask you for money and gift cards. Don't do it. Why are you doing that? So to answer your question, yes, it's wrong. This has wrong written in the biggest capital letters, painted all over it. And you guys gotta stop getting taken advantage of like this. But good that you asked me. At least now you know. And don't send the gift card. Don't send money, don't send gift cards. You're just setting yourself up to get scammed if you're in a situation like this. Alright guys, that is all I have for this video. If you liked it or found it helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to be in the loop for when I release new content. If you haven't already, be sure to follow me on Instagram at Courtney Christine Ryan. I love connecting with all of you guys on there as well. And that's how you participate in future videos like this. So if you would like to submit an entry, be sure to follow me on there. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.